It doesn't matter if you think you saw an Arthurus eat a potato. I can't do anything without proof.
Thank you, Tree Thane. I won't have my good name sullied by this fanatic.
A year ago, we'd have buried him up to his neck for blasphemy.
Enough! I've given my ruling. Now both of you, please get on with your lives. I don't want to hear any more of this. Yes? How can I help you? I'm sorry you had to witness that. I knew Cormount citizens were zealous about the Green Pact, but sometimes they go hunting for trouble. Yes, Farina said I'm to support you in tracking down Gelthiel's sons. We'll start with Lorchon, the Black Sap spy master. If we capture him first, his brother Goronir will be without eyes. And before you ask, I lost it in the war. The Black Sap rebellion started here. It won't surprise you to learn Cormount citizens provide food and gold to the remnants. They use special phrases to arrange meetings. If you know the phrases, you can get to the remnants. The phrases change weekly. Definitely the work of Lorchon. Lucky for you, I've done the scut work. You'll find this week's phrases in the journal next to me. I leave it to you to work out which ones to use. The Black Sap protects its own. I can't imagine they'll be happy. You'll see a list of known sympathizers in the journal. Approach them and use the right phrase to set up a meeting with Lorchon. Find me when you're done. Everything should be in the journal. Be careful. Cormount has been crawling with Black Sap.
Everything you see comes from something I killed myself. In Cormount, we use what we hunt. That's strange. I haven't seen a peeper around here in quite some time. Imposter!
You'll leave Cormount in my stomach!
There's always more to do. Doesn't seem like I'm getting much done here.
I suppose you don't have any jugger, do you? So delicious. If I could, I'd drink it straight from the pig. That's strange. I haven't seen a peeper around here in quite some time. That's true. Say, do you know why the peeper's skin is red? You're a new face. What do you want? Head to the butcher's ground. He'll be there when he's ready. We won't speak again.
Have you secured a meeting with Lorchan? Of course. It's where General Andare cut down most of their forces. The Jade Dragoons struck at night, from all directions. The Black Sap never stood a chance. They tried to surrender, but General Andare had ordered her soldiers to cleanse the area. Seems the Jade Dragoons always follow orders. No good reason, I'm sure of it. But we don't have a choice. If Lorchan shows up, you'll need to capture him. Here, these were Galthior's rings. His sons will recognize them immediately. As soon as Lorchan puts it on, he'll be transported to the hidden prison, one of Farina's more devious enchantments. He's still calling himself that? The boy needs a hobby. He once proposed we use his portals to send the contents of our latrine into a Black Sap camp. The perfect distraction, he said. We called him the Master of Privies for a month. We need Lorchan and his brother. See if you can get him to talk about where Goronir is hiding. You have a ring for each brother. Once you've captured them both, Farina will find you. And if we don't meet again, it's been an honor. Now back to my mind-numbing duties. Good luck out there.
I see my Black Sap are no match for you. Every night since the massacre, I've dreamt of the horrors the Jade Butcher brought to Cormount. It seems fitting to meet the one who brought her to justice on the very spot she slew the Black Sap. I wonder, will I have nightmares of you? Are you? I admit, I'm not one for direct confrontation. That's more Goronir's style. I've long preferred to fade into the background, which I'll do unless you have anything of value to say. Alive? He's been missing for the better part of the year. Everyone thought him dead. I've long suspected he lives and have an inkling of who holds him. Tell me the name of his jailer, and I'll know if you speak the truth. I see. Very well, I wish to turn myself in. Take me to my father. If he's alive, I must speak with him. The Black Sap Rebellion needed my family to begin, and now it lives in the heart of the people. It will flourish in time, but I'd rather be at my father's side when it happens. I did surrender, yes? Shall we be off? My brother is in a cave on the other side of Cormount. Good luck reaching him. He has many soldiers at his command, and he's not much for talking before acting. And you should hurry before he sets his plan in motion. As I said, he's not much for talking, sometimes not even to me. I do know how much he loathes the Jade Butcher, and that he wants to repay the Dominion in kind. I told you where to find Goronir, now take me to my father. To identify me as your prisoner, so the Vine Dust don't kill me on sight? Very well. I'm ready to go when you are. How unexpected.
Now, pull them through.
Hello.
If the intruder made it here, you'll be just another notch on the scabbard! Are you with the Vine Dusk Rangers? The Justiciars? The Fighters Guild? It doesn't matter. I know why you're here. Justice! Queen Iren invaded our land and killed our people! All in the name of the false king Camoran Eredorn! The only justice is in the soil, where her Jade Butcher slaughtered our people! And now, that very soil will rise up to take back what is rightfully ours! Our constructs already rise to take back Cormount. Those who follow the Green Pact will see the forest rise against the Dominion invaders. Fitting revenge for the Jade Butcher's work. Ifray's children loathe the outsiders who pick away at the green. Until the Black Saps sit on the throne in Eldenroot, Grantwood itself will rise against the invaders. They weep for Gelthior. The death of my father drove them to this. You can't stop anything. It has already begun. The Dominion camps will know the pain and fear General Andare brought us 1 long bloody year ago. I only regret one thing. I hope to end the Jade Butcher myself, to honor the memory of my father. You're the one who did it. Tell me, when she fell to you, was it swift? Or did she linger? No, I suppose it doesn't. I'll surrender to you, but it won't end the attacks on the Dominion camps. Once unleashed, the constructs are beyond our control. Here, take this bottle. My soldiers drink it to steady their nerves before battle. Perhaps it will help with the constructs. Now, where is my father? All right, lead me to my father! A trick!
Black Sap are finished. We're at the West Bridge. Come, join us.
Our hero returns. For Rhino, open a portal. Meroth wants to speak with our friend.
Yes, ma'am.
Goronir, stop your relentless pacing.
Bite your
It's
tongue,
giving me a
Lord John.
headache.
Your lack of commitment is the reason we're here.
You won't stop bickering, I'll gag you both. Come in. Good work out there. The Black Sap are leaderless and their attack was blunted thanks to your quick work. Cormount will heal in time. We'll keep them here until the king says otherwise. Better they're thought missing than known to be alive or dead. The Black Sap leadership won't know what to do. Agreed. They're traitors, and traitors deserve no sympathy. They'd spend the rest of their days in this hole if I had any say. Here, a little present. I can't make you a vine dust ranger, but I can give you something to show you're an honorary member. They represent the King's trust, knowing we uphold the Green Pact, despite our exemption from it. You've more than earned it.
Ifray, the singer, the storyteller, who resides in the now.
I've got to get back in there. Stay back. There's only death ahead. Shades boiled out of the ground and fell upon us. So much death. Mages Guild. They were excavating this ruin for artifacts, but they woke something up. Some of the acolytes are still trapped inside. If I don't do something, those acolytes are done for. But I've lost a lot of blood.
I owe you one.
make it back to camp from here.
Follow me quickly, before any more of them return.
Research. All I want to do is research. Why do I always end up in life or death situations? Either in Darwin's Curse or I am. Shades boiling up from the ground? What next? Trolls in heat?
We were excavating for artifacts when Dominion soldiers showed up, demanding we turn over anything we'd found. And Darwin showed them what we had, but Lieutenant Urian insisted we work faster. No protocols, no safeguards.
I have no idea. The Mages Guild has procedures for a reason.
Not that the soldiers listened. We found an ancient scepter made from bone, but before we could properly contain the artifact, one of those idiots grabbed it. That's right. And if it weren't for you, I'd have joined them. I'm heading back to our base camp. You should speak with Darwin if you think you can help sort out this mess. You can't be any worse than Lieutenant Orion.
What are you doing? That's not your property.
I'm telling you, if I still had hair, it'd be completely white.
You'd best take care.
That bone scepter is the only thing of note we found. There's no end of trouble since we pulled it from the ruin. It's not dangerous, not directly. What I mean to say is that holding it won't rot your hand off. At least not immediately.
We should head to Elden Root.
It summons all the shades, I suspect. It certainly doesn't control them. Not that I've found anyway. Although, the markings carved into the scepter are all Aliad for Pale Sentinel. Could that mean the creature at the heart of the ruin? It's the only shade we've heard speak, though it mostly just wails. It is rather pale, come to think of it, and the scepter works obsidian into bone, which is an old form of necromantic control. Say, would you care to help prove a theory? If that shade is in fact the Pale Sentinel, that bone scepter may have some control over it. And if it's directing the rest of the shades, perhaps you could force it to stop. Besides, we can't allow Telekar's ancient traps to remain active, not this close to Elden Root. He was a necromancer, one of Menamarco's most talented apprentices, but he and his wife Vestari eventually left Menamarco's tutelage. It isn't entirely clear. There are many theories, but they all boil down to a difference of opinion. Seems to be the way of things with necromancers.
If those soldiers hadn't touched the bone scepter, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Leave this place. I won't let you wake him. The bone scepter. No, please, don't wake him. Stop! Don't make me go back. I was so close to escaping him forever. Telekar. A bad man who sleeps inside these ruins. When he wakes, I'll be trapped here forever. I'll do everything I can to get away. I did not! Telekar's servants hurt those people. They don't like you if you aren't from here. When he wakes, he'll control them completely. Just like me. The Bone Scepter holds power over Telekar's monsters. Over me. I can't lie to you. Besides, lying is wrong. One of Telekar's victims. But I don't have to be. If you can free me before he wakes, I'll leave. Then he'll go back to sleep forever. I understand. I'm a monster. Nobody listens to monsters. But if Telekar wakes, he might do bad things to people who live in the forest. I don't want that to happen. Not because of me. I want him to go back to sleep. Oh, all right. We should go inside the ruin so his shades can't hear us, I guess. Quiet in here. Telekar's servants don't like things with blood inside them, and they really don't like noise. There's a big sparkly door inside the constellation room. It's this big lock Vistari made to keep him asleep inside. She doesn't come around anymore. I think that's why the door isn't so sparkly. You did? That's wonderful. Is she doing all right? Did she mention me? Where is she now? Oh, nearby, huh? Maybe I can visit. You know, when I'm free. After we make her lock stronger, so Telekar sleeps forever. Vistari left 3 of the things we need in special rooms around the ruins. The 4th is stuck inside some of Telekar's servants. If you smash them open, I won't tell. But about all the pieces, I don't know how to make them work together. I'm sorry. That's easy. The morning room, the smelly room, and the forbidden room. But don't worry, I can keep you safe. We should just go there. I'll point out what we need. I can distract Telekar's servants. Point the bone scepter at one of them and I'll blind it. Then you can smack it until it falls down. Don't worry, it's not like you're hurting it. They get back up again, eventually. Oh, all right. The most important thing is the book Vistari wrote in when she locked the door. We need to find that so we know what to do in the Constellation Room. There's an old skull Telekar stole from Menemarco. Then there's a glowy vial. I don't know what's inside, but if you listen real close, you can hear whispers. Oh, and the Milky Rocks. You'll find those inside some of Telekar's servants. Behold, the Forbidden Room. I come here to think sometimes. It's where Vistari left the book she wrote in when she put Telekar to sleep. That glowy vial lit the hallways when Vistari carried it back from the Constellation Room. I don't like the morning room. All the servants used to live in the cages. But Vistari brought that old skull back here. I'm sure of it. We have all the pieces. We should go to the Constellation Room and put Telekar back to sleep. You have everything Vistari had when she made Telekar go to sleep. everything Vistari had. You have everything Vistari.
Intrude within my... What? It's you!
Let me go!
You there! Explain yourself! What are you doing in my home? Who are you? Why have you invaded my home? The Shades defend my home from thieves. Neither I nor my servants bear any interest in the living. My work concerns one who died long ago. And now, I would know why this creature travels with you. Simple-minded thing. Those wards haven't contained me for decades. I remain within by choice. Now, I'm at a critical juncture in my research, and I need this creature to complete it. If you interfere, I'll drive you from my home. Now, be gone. You dare interrupt me? Kalian, my son, see to this intruder. Again, you trouble me at a critical juncture. What must I do to hasten your departure? Attempting to restore my son despite your interruptions. That creature is a piece of him, an imperfect piece. If I reunite flesh and spirit, I can revive my son. He's my son. I'd do anything to restore him to a fraction of himself. With refinement, I can make him whole again. Vistari thought this hubris. If she hadn't left this world, I'd try to make her understand. Truly? Then I have all the more reason. If I can get it right this time, we can be a family once more. I don't want to cause this creature harm, but the bone scepter was long ago hidden from me, so I must use cruder methods to control it. You what? That scepter is crafted from my own bones. It can bind the creature to his immortal husk. Once Kalian's wounds knit, I'll summon him here. You must bind the creature to his husk, set things to how they should be. No. You feared I would raise an undead army to march through Grotwood? My wife and I spurned Manimarco for a reason. But in return for binding this creature to my son's husk, I pledge we will remain within our home forever. Kalian is my son. I needed all his remains to craft the husk, so I had to use my own for the scepter. To command a spirit, use a focus made of its bones or those of its close relatives. Basic necromantic principle. I broke through Vestari's ward just under a century ago. I have remained here ever since, attempting to restore what remained of my family. I will never leave, as long as Kalian remains at my side. This is my home. He was young when he had his accident. Too young. The creature you've met can't fully comprehend the world around it. Unless properly supervised, it could harm itself or others without knowing what it did. No, to set it free would be a cruelty.
You did it! You did it! I'm free! I'm finally free! Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll be far away from here. Telekar can't hurt me anymore. Here, I can open a portal so you can be with your friends. Tell them I'm sorry about the shades. As long as they stay away, they should be fine.
I don't know what you did, but the shades are a bit sluggish. We'll hold off the dig until they return to the ground.
You actually got the bow. Incredible. Did Storg give you much trouble? Vine Death Cave remains true to its name then. I'm sorry to hear it. Storg might have been a dunderheaded double-crosser, but he was still my friend. I figure I owe you what the Tree Thane paid me for the bow. Some thief I turned out to be, eh?
You have done what has not been done in centuries. All the parts of the orrery have been placed within the chamber, and Dereneth awaits us below. I must admit to being more than a little excited. I've never seen the orrery operational. Not much. You've done extraordinary work, and just in time for Queen Iren's arrival. Imagine the chance to see the orrery operate. Conservator Dereneth is preparing Queen Iren as we speak. We should really head in there and get started. The ratification ceremony isn't going to perform itself after all. And from what I understand, Conservator Dereneth wanted to speak with you personally.
Open for business!
Nothing to do but keep at it. Farewell to the nobility! Good to see you.